Early exit in Indian Wells, straight set loss to Khachanov, who celebrated his first victory over Tsitsipas in 7 matches and his first win over a top 10 opponent since 2019. And finally, the upcoming title defense in Monte Carlo with a lingering shoulder injury spells disaster for Stefanos Tsitsipas, and for the first time in a long time these problems are not self-inflicted. I know, this is some unbelievable stuff we are seeing here, people, and don't get me wrong, that guy is still annoying as hell most of the time, but in this situation I do feel kinda bad for him. As most of us know, Stefanos Tsitsipas was forced to play through injury during the Sunshine Swing, because if he wouldn't have played then he would have lost his best Masters result from last year, which is obviously not ideal to say the least. On top of that, he would get fined for not playing, and on top of that he had to risk re-injuring himself. And at first when I read about those stipulations, my initial thoughts were, Stefanos, you dumbass, there is no way this is a real rule, so there is 99% chance that you misunderstood something and you are just being a bitch once again. But apparently this 1% probability was in play here, and Stefanos was actually right, as it was proven by many of tennis insiders, which begs the following question. Is everything okay with those ATP representatives who wrote such a rule? Because I cannot understand how can you blame and penalize someone for being injured. I mean, I joke about tennis purists wanting to see robots on court with their constant complaints about racket breaking, audible obscenities, or any other show of emotion on court that is supposedly ruining this pure sport. But evidently tennis authorities want to go even a step further by not allowing athletes to feel pain, and if they do, they need to expect punishment. Obviously I am exaggerating a bit, but this type of rule has to be tweaked in order to be more pro players, and I can't believe that I'm about to say this, but thank you Stefanos Tsitsipas for bringing such dumb rule to light. Maybe you speaking out will bring the necessary change. Now, after speaking positively about Steph, I feel like I need to remind you that I do not care how he does in the remainder of the season, and you definitely won't see me heartbroken if he loses in the first round of the Monte Carlo Masters. But you will see me heartbroken because I'm starting to feel like I bring some sort of a curse to players that I mentioned in my videos, especially in the last one. Firstly, I praised Sami Paul and Barbora Krejcikova for their solid start to the season, and guess what they did next? They lost to Alcaraz and Sabalenka respectively. I suppose they at least lost to players that are objectively better than them at this point in time, so I can't really blame myself for cursing them here. But I also praised my favorite player on tour, Frances Tiafoe, and again, guess what happened? He lost to Lorenzo Sonego, and I don't care about the fact that Sonego played out of his mind that night. Still, this loss is disappointing, because the draw was pretty favorable for him. Frances had an opportunity to reach the semi-finals of a Masters tournament by beating Sonego, Cerundolo and Khachanov, and if that's not a good draw, I don't know what is. Also, if we are looking into the future, I am fearful of the clay court swing, because if I am being realistic, then there is no point in denying that Tiafoe hasn't been the best on clay, and it would be delusional to expect some huge results from him. So personally, I am already waiting for grass courts, and I can't wait for clay court tennis to end. But to add a shit glazed cherry on top of this already messed up cake, I spoke highly of Bianca Andreescu in my previous video as well. And of freaking course, she suffered a serious injury in a match against Alexandrova, which is just sad. Bianca talked about how she has found joy in playing tennis again after a long time. Great results were coming back, her trademark playstyle was on display in Miami, but for some reason she just can't catch a break. In my opinion, tears that we saw on her face when she was leaving the court on a wheelchair were a combination of pain caused by the suffered injury and heartbreak that she felt, because once again she got injured right as she was gaining confidence. And even though at the time of me recording this video I don't know how serious the injury is, I sincerely wish BB strength to overcome this injury and most importantly a speedy recovery. So yeah, if you want me to curse someone, then DM me on Twitter, and for the right price I will do that. Although this video has been pretty negative, I want everyone to share what made you happy during this Miami Open in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, take it easy, my friend.